I'm gonna record today. Recording. Welcome, you guys. I think I'm gonna stop opening up with welcome. I'm just gonna say, hey, this is Eric Vaughn, the Family Cash Machine. I want to put emphasis on cash machine, family cash machine. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day in the neighborhood. A wonderful day in the neighborhood. Would you be family cash machine? Because what's going on in the world of cryptocurrency right now is Bitcoin is over $8,000. And I was watching the other day on CNBC News, actually today on CNBC News today, they were excited about cryptocurrency and talking about that the bearish is over. Last week, I watched something on CNBC as well about the ETF that got declined yesterday from the SEC. But I just want the public out there to understand that we don't need no SEC. We don't need the Security Exchange Commissions because cryptocurrency is not a security. Duh. It is technology. It is actually decentralized applications. It is actually a network called the blockchain technology. It is actually encryptions. And it is actually a computer algorithm that creates these cryptocurrencies through what is called hash power and mega amounts of electricity. So how in the heck is that a security? I'm sorry, you have the wrong classroom. And so that's what's going on right now. And we have to educate the people as to what this really is about. And it is the people that has actually created a unique product that's electronic, it's digital. It has the ability to store value on the internet, but we don't need the SEC. This particular industry has went from 0 to 2,000 without the SEC or permission from the government or permission from any banks, which we don't need to store value. Value is something that is independent of any bank, any government, or any one of us. It is actually something that needs all of us in a combined effort to decide whatever commodity it is that we deem valuable and that is in demand and has a function that people need, and that's what creates value. And so this is a beautiful journey right now. And like I said, CNBC said about 2 weeks ago, and I quote, that they were not going to cover any more news on Bitcoin because it's dead and it's not coming back. And in fact, they decided to have the Bitcoin funeral. I told Dave Lyons, I think I'm going to go find that video and I'm going to record it on this particular software here, which is Zoomcast. So I'll always have it, because I guarantee you in the next 2 years, they're going to delete that. And they've already broken their promise, because they made a funeral of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency 2 weeks ago because their intention was to not cover any more stories about cryptocurrency. Well, it hasn't been 2 weeks and they're already eating their words. And I'm telling you guys, they're going to eat more of their words, and they're going to try to sweep their words under the rug after a little while. Like the video that we found with Katie Couric and Brian Gumbel, and it's still on the internet. You guys can go find it. Those of you who are out there watching this video, you guys can go find this video and just Google Katie Couric and Brian Gumbel talks about the internet in 1994. And Brian Gumbel made the comment, and this was Good Morning America. This was the biggest show at that time, the most successful show. All these other morning shows came as a result of Good Morning America. And so this show had 20, 30 million viewers every morning. And they said on there, what is this thing called internet? This is Brian Gumbel. How do you use it? I mean, what is this about? What does this A mean with the circle? Is that about? I mean, at? I mean, what? No, he said, is it about? I mean, what does that mean? How does it work? Do you type into the computer? What is the internet? And so, and Katie Couric followed up and said, I have no desire to use this thing they call the internet. It is, I don't have any desire. And in fact, I'm bombarded with information all the time, and I just don't need any more information. So this thing here, I think it's just too much. I don't want to use it. But today, I bet you she looks at that statement and realizes how much she didn't know and how much she didn't realize. She spoke out of turn. She spoke out of the lack of understanding of how this thing would enhance our culture and how this thing would actually not just enhance our culture, but open up so many other jobs and so many avenues of income, that it's incredible how much value has come out of the internet. Well, guess what? That's the same thing that's happening with cryptocurrency. It is the first stage of the internet of money. And I dare not make a statement like that. And I dare not say that, oh, I don't have any desire to use the internet of money, because I love money. And I know you guys love money. And I am watching the transition of money, because I understand in the beginning of any trend lies all the money. So people that make most of your money in the internet were those that got in the beginning. So, and it's still people creating business right now on the thing we call internet that are creating multi-billion-dollar companies. And so this internet of money stage, the first application being the cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, it's just the first stage. That's exactly what it is. So I was watching that today on CNBC, the company that claimed they were not going to do any more articles on cryptocurrency. And I was watching some of our quote unquote black economists. I'm not going to say their names. You guys know who they are. I don't want to put nobody on blast, but you know who you are. Where are you? Why are you guys not covering the news no more? Why did you guys cover Bitcoin when it was going up, and trying to learn Bitcoin and trying to learn cryptocurrency? And then all of a sudden, when the price came down some, you guys went into hiding and vanished away into the quiet good night. And now you only want to talk about things that you think are relevant in the economy. But let me tell you something. Why are you black economists not talking about the housing bubble that's getting ready to burst again? That's the fact. Why are you guys not talking about this huge problem that Donald Trump has just created with the trade tariffs? Because that's going to backfire on us. It's already starting to backfire on us. Because going up 25% on products from other countries, it's not going to hurt those countries. They're just going to go up 40% on us, because no manufacturer is going to manufacture and produce a product for a loss. That's not going to happen. And no manufacturer is going to stop sending products to us that we use every day. So, okay, we wonder where the hater mentality comes from in this country. We wonder where our friends get this hater mentality. Why everybody have this hater mentality? Why is that hater mentality so prevalent in the community? They get it from the government, because that's basically what our government is doing. They're saying, oh, you guys are sending all these products over here, and we don't like the fact that you guys are making all this money on our citizens, and we can't sell our products to our citizens. Well, in the event there was a company in America that made some of the electronic products that we depend on, the price would be too high, because the number one cost of any industrial factory is labor costs. So those costs would be too high for us to purchase these products or buy these products. So we have to use these other countries, because they pay cheap labor, for their assembly line. So it allows these products to be affordable to us. And a lot of countries in America have moved their factory to other countries so that they could produce the product at a cheaper rate to be able to still be competitive in the consumer market. So let's say these companies, they pay that 25% tax. They're going to pay it, but they're going to be forced to go up on their products 40%, 50%, so they can still cover the tariff as well as cover their profit. It just makes common sense. Now, I might not be the economic guru, financier, but I got a tremendous amount of damn common sense. And if you got a lot of common sense, people today I think you're a genius. And so that's all I'm saying. So he's not looking at the back end of it. They're just looking at, oh, you're making all this money and we need to get some of this money. All of this stuff is going to have a reverberating effect on our suffering economy that is already in a dilemma. So all of this stuff is going to make more people want to use different financial products such as cryptocurrencies. And that's why all this money is coming to the cryptocurrency space, because people want out. They want a solution. They want an alternative. They do not want to go down with the ship like it has been set in so many other economic crashes. If you guys read history, every time there's an economic crash, all the people who are forced to use that particular security, which is money or currencies, they're forced to use that particular fiat currency. Then they all go down with the ship. Now, most people don't even know what fiat currency means. Fiat currency is basically a currency, a piece of paper that doesn't have anything backing it. Okay, with the exception of the hope of the people and the confidence of that people. So that's the only thing giving this dollar value now, because it has been long removed from being backed by gold. Okay, now there was a story that we had all this gold in the mint in Texas, and some mint that we have, the Federal Reserve in Texas, all the gold is there. But and according to the Constitution and according to the financial laws in this country, we're supposed to audit that gold every year to make sure that the gold in the reserve equates to the amount of fiat currency that's being printed. Well, guess what? That audit hasn't taken place in 30 years. Nobody knows what's there, if it's even anything there at all. So 1971, Richard Nixon took our currency off the gold. Very shortly after, all the other countries followed. But remember how we became the centralized dominant currency in the world was there was an agreement around the world at the Bretton Woods conference in the 50s. There was an agreement that because America supposedly had more gold than the other countries, because World War I happened and a lot of countries exhausted their gold and got in debt to fight the war. And a lot of people say, well, war creates money. Yeah, it creates money for the international bankers, just a few small families, but it actually puts countries into debt, you know, because they have to transport troops. Just don't think about that. Transporting hundreds of thousands of people from America to Vietnam is highly expensive. You guys traveled lately? It's not that cheap to travel. Now you're talking about not only hundreds of thousands of troops that got to travel to Iraq or Afghanistan, you got to also transport the equipment. You got to transport ammunition. You got to transport tanks. You got to transport medical equipment. You got to transport food. You got to transport clothes. And you have to transport certain supplies for the military to have. And you still got to pay your military. So war is not money for the country. It does not represent money for the American people or whatever citizens are within whatever country that is in war. It is to the detriment of taxpayers, and it usually runs the debt into inflation, okay? Into a hyper debt status. And so that's what they call, it's just a rumor. It's not a real fact that war creates money. It only creates money for a few Fortune 500 companies like Chrysler, who might be making tanks if we go to war, or other little small companies that may be making boots for the military or whatever. But collectively as a country, it's not good economically. So in World War I, all the countries around the world went to war before America got involved last. Then the same thing with World War II. The entire world, mainly Europe and all these countries, got into war, and then we didn't get in till last. So it was agreed upon that we, having the most gold in store, should be the anchor currency for the world. So a lot of countries didn't have gold back in them anyway, so they were fiat currencies already. And the few that did have a little gold, they took themselves off of gold shortly after America took itself off of gold. Okay, so I'm excited, happy today to be in the position that we're in. And the Family Cash Machine right now is the first platform of African Americans in the country, okay? The first ones in the country to actually be in this space on the level that we're in, understanding this on the scale that we understand this on, and being able to explain this and to be able to really articulate this on the level that we can. Now, not only are we the first group of African Americans, we're probably the first group in America, black or white, to have the kind of understanding of decentralization that we have, and to actually be able to see the future of this technology. And we're actually in it, and we can see it, and we're playing with the big boys, with the Bill Gates and the John McAfee's and the Wackenboss twins and the Mike Novogratz and, you know, all these different multi-billionaires and millionaires that are in this space because they have economic gurus and financial advisors that roll it out for them and spell it out for them and digest all of the future of income and trends that's going to come out of this industry. But we're all commoners. We're all, drivers and nurses and appraisers and factory workers and, dentists, and we have so many different people in the Family Cash Machine, just average Americans, and we're here. And we've been here a while, and we are in position to actually benefit from this technology and this industry as it's taking off. So not only are we the first African-American group to understand this on the level that we understand it, we're the first group that's actually in position to take advantage of it. Because there are some African Americans that got into the cryptocurrency space, and we talked to them, and some of them been in it before us, but they don't have the understanding that we have. They don't have the decentralized mindset. They don't have the extent of decentralized mindset that it's going to take. And even some of the people from Wall Street, some guys that's in this industry from Goldman Sachs or Lehman Brothers, some of these guys in this industry from Wall Street that might be African Americans, I listen to them, I talk to them, and they all have the centralized mindset. They don't have the decentralized mindset. So again, we are in a wonderful position, and we also are responsible. As I was talking to Dave Lyons earlier today, and I've had this conversation with a strategic man several times, to whom much is given, much is expected. And that's just the way the universe goes. And we came into this industry, and again, I'm going to say this on this video. All you guys out there listening, if you want to put yourself in a position to really be able to create generational wealth, you got to start learning this now. You got to start learning this now, because it is happening. It is actually happening where people are going to be changing their lifestyles overnight. And it's already happening. But I want to say this, to whom much is given, much is expected. So we got into this thing, most of us, to be able to create generational wealth. That is the platform of the Family Cash Machine. And when you come into something with that kind of mindset, that's not a selfish mindset. That's a mindset that represents that you want your children's children to be okay. And guess what? Some people don't even think like that. That's too far for them to think. They just trying to figure out they bills today. And so although some of us may be trying to figure out our bills today on the Family Cash Machine, we're making the moves and putting ourselves in the positions that the reality is changing for us. And the reality is changing because of our information. Information is what changed the reality, and not just the information, but moving in accord to the information. You can't just talk it. You got to actually move in accord to what you know. And so that's what we're about here, and that's what we're doing, and I'm excited. Bitcoin is at 8,000. I don't know if it's going to ever go to 5,000. I don't see it probably ever going back to 6,000, maybe 6,500 at the lowest, but it's getting momentum again. It's getting momentum again. And I can see exactly how the argument between Bitcoin Core and Bitcoin Cash, and I can see how the argument between the Bitcoin Core members on store of value or unit of exchange, and the whole argument of, well, this is not going to scale this way and we got to scale it that way, that has stagnated the movement of cryptocurrency 3 years now. We lost 3 years, pretty much. We lost 3 years of adoption. I can see it now through this dumb argument that they had. But at the same time, I'm glad it happened because it gave me, an African-American male from the average neighborhood in America, an opportunity to get in the game. And it gave me an opportunity to understand the game before we go out and get more people to come into this industry. And so, hey, everything happens for a reason. There's no accidents. But I know within the next 2-3 years, maybe in the next couple of months, I'm looking at some real money. And we've already, me and Dave, I know myself, I missed 500,000 last year. And I had the money and I made the moves, but I did some stuff that wasn't cool. I sold my coins too quick. If I'd have just held on another couple more months, 500,000. So it could be done. And I'm talking about with less than $1,800. It could be done with not a lot of money. And I'm sure a lot of people out there, they might get $1,800 on their taxes. But there was 2 separate moves that I made that represented $250,000, $280,000. Okay. So it's not hard. One move was $700, represented $280,000, but I sold before it reached that. Another move was $1,100, and it represented about $220,000. Now, some people have never seen that kind of money in their whole life. There's some people who work for $20,000, $30,000 a year, for 20 years. And so if you add that up, for, 5 years at 20-something thousand a year, it takes you 5 years to make 100,000. So that 400 and 500,000 right there is more than some people make in 16 to 20 years. And we had the opportunity to make that in 4 months. And it's going to be way more opportunities than that. And now we're opening up the Family Cash Machine and the Fam Wealth Network, which is the Bitcoin Cycler. And we also opening up our classes. We're teaching people, and we also buying different things and master nodes. And now we're learning the master nodes. We're learning how to proof of stake and so many stuff that we are in position right now to make life-changing income. So with that comes a responsibility to help other people, because this is not the kind of industry like, oh my God, I found something here. I made 200,000 last year, and I'm not going to tell anybody about it. I got to keep it a secret. That's not this kind of industry. This industry is like this. If I bought some Ethereums right now, okay? And I bought the Ethereums at $400 a coin right now. I want to tell everybody in the world to buy Ethereums. Why? Because when 20,000 people go buy that coin, it's going to force the value up of the coins that I'm already possessing. So this is not that kind of industry. I had to stop for a commercial interview, and you guys just saw that commercial. It was called Blank. But anyway, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Now, I know there's a lot of businesses out there say that. Oh my God, you need to join this business and join this. This is the opportunity of a lifetime. But this is actually the one. And it's kind of like the boy that cried wolf. People say that so much to now when we come and say that, people are like, oh, I heard that before, whatever. They don't want to hear it. But this is actually the one. This is actually the one. And if they sleep on it, they're going to really kick themselves in the butt later on in time. And so I don't know about you guys, but I never really been one to stunt on people. I never been one to floss on people. I've always been kind of humble. And when I was having stupid money in real estate, I bought my ex-wife the nice car, and I drove the Suburban every day because I was doing real estate appraisals. And then I also drove a little bucket. I had a little Honda, 84 Honda. Oh my God, I love that car. Hatchback. That car burned rubber. That car ran. It was a 4-cylinder. It was a stick in the floor, but the Mercedes, my wife drove, so I've always kind of been kind of laid back. I don't like a lot of that tension like that. But guess what? When this here affords me a Lamborghini, I'm a stunt. I'm sorry, I got to stunt. You know, because a lot of people don't believe us. A lot of people, they think we playing. They think this is a joke. They think it's a game. They don't think that the people have the power and the technology to create their own currency. They think only governments can create currency. They think only the bank can create currencies. And they are so far from the truth. So when this blow up for us, oh, I'm going to stun on a few people. There's a few people that come to mind right now. Let me say this. I'm pretty sure everybody on this call got at least 2 people they got in mind that you kind of want to stud on them. You know, you want to stud on them a little bit. And some people need to be studied on. They really do, because they ignorant. They come at you. They attack you. They try to down what you're doing. They don't even want to hear anything of intelligent dialogue. They just want to oppose, and not even put the facts together. They don't even want to see the facts. They just want to oppose you. And they just want to think that everything that's told to them by governments and banks is true. And you can't know more than the banks. You can't know more than the government. Who the hell do you think you are, Antonio? You don't know more than the government. You don't know more than banks and financial people. Those people are only telling you what's making them win. They're only telling you and teaching you and training you in a mindset that keeps them at the advantage and you at the disadvantage, and keeps a small group of people running the entire world. When it comes to currency, and even when it comes to governments, there's a few families that's running it all. So they got to perpetuate a lie. In order for that to happen, it has to be a lie perpetuated on you. So you need to wake up and come out of what I call the money matrix and take the red pill. Take the red pill. And the family cash machine is that red pill that you need to take. So with that, I just wanted to talk about the mindset. I wanted to talk about the unique timing that we're in right now. And I can't stress that enough to the family cash machine. Timing is everything. You could be the smartest guy in the world, and somebody not as high in intelligence than you could do something, but they did it at the right time, and they could surpass you because they did something and the timing was perfect and it blew them up. So it's not always about intelligence, okay? It's not always about that. It's not always about having a lot of money, because there's people on this team with less than $150 that made some money, some real money, $12,000, $15,000, $20,000. There's people on this team with a couple $1,000s that now are sitting in positions, and some of them not on this call, but I can think of a girl right now that was on this call, and she had maybe 4,000 or 5,000, and right now she's sitting pretty right now. She's sitting on some real money. 6 digits over, like not over 6 digits, but the high, she's sitting up there. She's in the mid 6 digits. So I'm saying that it don't take much. It's timing. She started buying Ethereum when it was, I think, I want to say $20-something or something. It was under $30. So she's got a bunch of them. And so where's it at now? Even in the bubble, they call this a bubble at $400-something. You do the math. That girl's doing pretty good. She's not doing bad right now. And she's got a lot of other coins that she's holding on to that she bought for pennies. And so she started with the family cash machine almost since we started. But I'm saying to you guys that this timing that we're in is so crucial to get in now, because you guys have the history of Bitcoin, and you guys are the first group of African Americans that actually was on a team and studying this on a high level of intelligence, and actually teaching people at the time when Bitcoin split, which is a historical moment in Bitcoin. They'll be talking about this in 100 years, because remember, there's going to be 2140 before the last Bitcoin is mined. I'll be gone. My kids will be gone. You're talking about 100-something years that this mining of Bitcoin will continue. And so anybody thinks that mining is not going to be profitable in 100 years, you lost your mind. It's always going to be profitable, because the people that's mining it is going to make it profitable. And because the scarcity, and because there's a set number of Bitcoins and you can't just make them, and it takes so much time to create one, and you can't go over 21 million. And as more and more demand for this technology and this coin and this particular way of transacting happens, the value is going to continue to increase. It's just a no-brainer. And so I don't have time to convince people. I'm not trying to convince you guys out there in the public. I'm just the messenger. I'm just one of the Family Cash Machine members that is giving you guys this truth, and take it or let it alone. It's on you. It's not going to make me or break me, because at the end of the day, the Family Cash Machine going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Believe me when I tell you that. We're going to be good. And that's why you need to be studied on. If you've been hearing this message from us for 2 years and you're not moving and you still listening to the news that is actually financed by the international bankers and the ones that's actually manipulating your money and holding your money and controlling your money and creating and distributing your money and regulating where your money go, these people are not going to tell you the truth. You got to find the truth for yourself. You have to do your own due diligence. No one's going to save you. You're going to have to save yourself. So I'm doing my part to teach as many people that want to be taught. And as your Bible say, any ear that want to hear, let them hear. Any eye that want to see, let them see. That's where I'm at. I'm not begging nobody. I'm not none of that. But I know that good things come to me and good things come to us who try to, help other people to see. And as long as we're trying, whether you guys see it or not, it's not on us. We're only responsible for the message. We're not responsible for how you guys receive it or reject it. That's something that you're going to kick yourself in the butt in over years. So I've listened to several testimonies of people who was going to do Bitcoin in 2009, 2010, 2011. I've read so many different testimonies of people who let their friends or something they heard on the news stop them, and they sitting down right now ready to commit suicide because they would be a multi-millionaire if they would have followed their own instinct and did their own research. Okay. And there's one guy in particular I listened to. He read some blogger, and he read what the blogs were saying on Google. Oh, you can't have your own money, and Warren Buffett said it's a scam and it's a fraud. And he read all this stuff on Google, what people were saying about Bitcoin in 2010 and 11. Could you imagine, you guys? Some people bought Bitcoins for 10 cents. Let me do some math on that. I don't know if the public really understand what I'm saying here. So let me do this. I want to show some numbers here, because I like people to see. People are visual. And hopefully you guys can see my screen. You guys, let me see, 10 cents. There's people for 10 cents. I mean, there's ICOs right now where those tokens are 10 cents right now. There's some ICOs that tokens start at 35 cents. Bitcoin was at 10 cents at one time. Okay, there's some coins right now that you guys can buy for 10 cents that in the next 4 or 5 years might be $900. Now let's do that number, $900. Okay, Bitcoin is 8,000. We're not gonna even look at that number. Let's just do $900 at 10 cents. Let's say you spend $5,000. Okay, that's no money. I mean, you can actually buy a 500, another $500, another 500. You do that 10 times and then you chill. And you can do it with multiple coins. It's 10 cents. And let's see what that looks like. $5,000. How many coins you got? 50,000? Something like that? I don't even have to do that number. I think so. Right? Is that right? Say. My bad. I keep forgetting how to do that. Let's say 0.10. Okay. What's that? How many coins is that? 50,000. I think that's 50,000. I believe so. I don't need to do that. Let me see. Times 5,000. Oh, my bad. Let's say, let me do it. All right. Let me clear that up. I want you guys to see these numbers. Okay. So you spend $5,000 on a coin that's 10 cents. 50,000. Okay. I knew that. So you got 50,000 coins. Now you got 50,000 coins. Okay, times $900. That's $45 million, man. That's why I said that this is the greatest exchange of wealth ever in the history of the world. There's a lot of people doing this already. They're just not talking about it. A lot of people are not talking about what they're making because remember, this industry is anonymous. It's about being anonymous. There's people right now sitting on $100 million worth of coins, man. And they're not talking to nobody about what they got. I mean, you know they okay, but you don't know how okay they really are because they don't want to be taxed for this stuff. They don't want to contribute to bombing Syria or whatever. They're really kind of conservative about sharing their information. And some people out there go, oh, well, if you're not sharing everything with taxes, then you're not right. That's illegal. Okay, well, what about the taxes spending your money for stuff that you didn't give them permission to? Is that legal? Is that right? For them to just take your money and go do something with it that you don't even know? Some senator somewhere sleeping with some hooker on your money? Is that fair? So, I mean, don't play that game with me. Don't judge me because I choose to be private. I do pay taxes, but it ain't nobody damn business everything I got. And that's what this industry is about. It's not about us doing something wrong. It's just about it ain't none of your damn business. That's where we at. Because the money has been misappropriated too much, too many times. And then we turn around and bail out corporations that are irresponsible, then made some irresponsible loans and made a bunch of money on the loans and took a bunch of people's homes illegally to add. Some of these homes were taken illegally. This is what the American people don't know. Watch the movie, what is it called? There's a movie about it called The Big Short. Go watch The Big Short. I was a part of this Big Short thing because I was one of those guys out there helping people save their homes. And as a real estate appraiser who went to class for loans and went to class for amortization and trust deeds, and as a trader on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange trading currencies, I understood securities, okay? I understood securitizations, and I understood the violations of recording a securitized CD on your property, okay, with the SEC. See, they went to the SEC and filed, but the SEC didn't make sure they filed that on your title. That is a direct violation of the deed of trust itself. Violation. So in the deed of trust on any property, anything filed, any lien on your property is supposed to be filed as well on the deed, and it's supposed to be at the county that the property resides, so the property owner can see all trusted parties that own any equity or security in your home, because a financial obligation is a security. That's why they got to go through the Security Exchange Commission. So don't tell me that I'm wrong for not paying them when they don't even do things right. They don't even follow their own laws, okay? So we need to regulate that. We need to regulate them. They don't need to regulate us. We need to regulate them. They need to be regulated because this is what government is. Government is the people regulating, and these people in office, okay, assigned to us to represent us, not us putting them office to govern us. No, that's not what it's supposed to be. But this is what it's come to because of the ignorance and the lack of interaction from the people in government, or the lack of the people's interaction in understanding the government even. And so that's what's going on. And so we in the cryptocurrency industry, through technology and decentralization, have an ability to keep a lot of our money invisible because we don't have money. We let them have that game. That's their commodity, and they're right. You should pay them on their commodity because they made it. But if I take that commodity and exchange it for gold, if I take my 30 years of hard labor and take the money or the value that I've earned, which is represented by cash, and I decide to exchange that for another commodity of value, and that commodity of value that I exchange it for is mine. It's not yours. You didn't create gold. You didn't create cryptocurrencies. I decided to exchange my value of US dollars for another commodity, and I trust my value in that commodity, And because that commodity is not regulated, because that commodity is encrypted, because that commodity is digital and not physical, and I don't have to put my name on it to own it, all I need to do is control the private keys. That's my business. So that's all we're doing. We're not doing anything illegal. And they're trying to make people think because I choose to put all my value out of the dollar into something else, I'm wrong. Huh? You need to be educated, buddy. You need to be re-educated, buddy. You need to be re-educated if you think that if I want to buy, you know, 300,000 worth of sheep, that's my business. That's what I think. Sheep are going to be more expensive in 3 years than the US dollar. I think I'm going to get more appreciation in sheep than I am the dollar. So if I choose to buy sheep and let my money sit in sheep, because I know they're going to have babies and even have more, and my value is going to even go higher, that's my business. And nobody can tell me I'm wrong for doing that. So we need to re-educate people. And that's what the Family Cash Machine is about. We're about teaching you guys how to use the commodity of your choice. And we choose a commodity that doesn't require us to use our name, our mother's name, and all this other stuff. Our social security, that's what money. That's what you do with money. We're not using money. So the rules don't apply for me. Duh. The rules apply for you because you're using a U.S. bond, a note. That's what it's on there, a note. You're using a Federal Reserve note. So with the Federal Reserve note, guess what, buddy? You're under Federal Reserve rules. I'm not. So that's what we're doing. We're teaching people how to have options. That's all we're doing. We're teaching people how to explore their options and how to leverage themselves and not be caught up in a currency that could crash. So what's going to happen if I leave all my money in your cash and I trust you in the US dollar, and then all of a sudden the dollar crashes? So what, you're just going to tell me, oh, well, we're sorry, you just lost? Oh, hell no. That's not fair to me. That's not fair to you guys. If they're doing irresponsible things in government that loses value to the dollar, and you're telling me that I should keep my money in there because that's just the patriotic thing to do, screw you. I'm going to do what's in the best interest of my family. I'm going to do what's in the best interest of me and my hard-earned value that I worked for, or whatever ideas that I've created that brought me some value. I'm going to choose what my value is going to reside in. That's my choice. Okay? And I don't care who doesn't like it, but I'm not going to let you make me a criminal because I'm doing that. That's not right. I'm going to fight you to hell. I'm going to fight you all the way to the gates of hell to clear my name up and to show you guys who's out there judging us in the cryptocurrency world that we try to do something illegal. I'm going to show you guys how you guys are actually siding with the devil. And they're planning and plotting on how to take your wealth. They're planning and plotting how to extract all the money from you when this currency crash and you have everything you own in it. That wealth did not disintegrate. It went somewhere. The question is, where did it go? It didn't go to you. It left you, but it went somewhere. I'm not getting caught up in that. And this is what we're teaching you guys. It's like, this is an opportunity right now to make a lot of money because the technology is so savvy and it's so much in demand, and it has a huge demand for it. And when you have demand and functionality, you have value. So because we're in it early, we could capitalize on the value. But even if you didn't make no money in this industry, if you just came in here and exchanged all your wealth and all your family wealth to a more secure commodity that actually had the ability to grow in value, hey man, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that's a smart thing to do. I'm not going to be mad at you for being smart. In fact, I'm going to applaud you for being smart. And so that's all the things that we're doing here. There's so many different ways to make money in the cryptocurrency space. And that's why you guys got to sign up for the Family Cash Machine cryptocurrency courses. So you can first learn about money and then learn about the technology, learn about blockchain, learn about Bitcoin, and how you can start making money right now. No matter what is going on with the market, if it drops down to $6 grand again, if it goes down to $5 grand, if it goes up to 10 grand, if it goes down to 2 grand, it doesn't make a matter. There's still ways you can make money in the cryptocurrency space. There's so many different ways you can make money. It's not even funny. So like Public Enemy said, and I'm going to keep saying this, don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype, because the people, again, that own the news are the same group of people that distribute the money and own all the central banks around the world, that prints the money and give you not just money, but they give you, you got to look at it this way, they give you the object of value. The object of value they created. They create the value and they create the object of value, and you put all of your trust in it, okay? And then they regulate and restrict you from who and where and how you can send it, or where you can send it, or if you can send it at all. And we don't see it, and we just cool with it, and we just let this go too far. It's gone too far. For me, it's gone too far. I can't tell everybody out there in the world what to do. For me, it's gone too far. When I gotta ask 100 questions to put some money in my mama's account, this is going too damn far for me. So when I gotta be asked 1,000 questions to extract money out my daughter's account that I put in there, it's going too damn far for me. So I have the choice now to change how I'm doing it and decide a different route on how I want to send money, how I want to hold my money. Okay, so with cryptocurrency, I directly hold my own value, and I can send that value to whomever, wherever, however I want. Now, what if I got 10 million in the bank? I like big numbers. You guys see, I like big numbers. Let's say I got 10 million in the bank, and Strategic Man is having an issue, and you know, I'm out the country right now, but that's my brother, and I love him. And let's say I'm gonna use one of the women here. Let's say Antonio and his wife is out the country, and I know he's good for it, and he needs me to send him 500,000, but I know he's good for it, but he's out the country. He can't get to his bank, okay? But I'm in the States, but damn, it's Friday. Oh man, it's 6 o'clock in Los Angeles. I gotta wait till damn Monday to send him some money? I don't think so. I can send it to him in seconds on my phone with cryptocurrencies. No matter what time. I don't have to wait till the bank open up. I don't have to wait till Monday. No. This is revolutionary. This is revolutionary. This is a demand for this. And this is something that I choose to put my value in. And I don't care who say what. I don't care about people, oh, you're going to lose your money in that. Well, so far, I ain't lost yet. So far, when I first started with Bitcoin, it was $300. Now it's $8,000. How did I lose? Where? How? I put my whole life savings in it. How did I lose? Nobody that's been in Bitcoin a year lost, unless they didn't know what the hell they was doing. And that's why we got these classes to train you guys and teach you guys into a whole different mindset. And once you come in and transition to a different mindset, there's no way you're going to be losing. I don't know nobody on our team right now losing. Nobody on our team is losing. So I don't know what y'all doing wrong, but nobody on our team is losing because they understand and they study and they research and they have a team of people to bounce things on. I want to thank Joe yesterday for sending that link about the masternodes. Joe sent that to Dave a while ago. And I want to thank Joe because this is the team spirit, you guys. This is the team spirit. Not one of us on this team can find everything out there that's going on in this industry. It's just too much. It's stuff every day coming out there where you can make money in this. And there's so many different companies. It's just too much. No, I can do this all day, every day, and not find everything. It's too much, and it's growing too fast. So we have been very effective as a team. Because let's say, Joe, and I'm speaking on this because, you know, as African Americans, man, we have a tendency of hiding things from each other. And we have a tendency of like, you know what, I'm gonna keep this to myself. I want to get bigger than all these Negroes. I want to be the one. I want to be the man. You know, we got to stop this because in this industry right here, on the family cash machine, in the cryptocurrency industry is decentralized, meaning it's everybody. It's a network. That's what makes it powerful. But at the same time, outside of that technology, this is the family cash machine. And what we're trying to create here is a group of people that can work together no matter what. And we're not tripping on who making the money. We're not tripping because let's say Joe would have came to me and say, hey, look, I want you and Dave to look at this. We looked at that website last month. I didn't look at it, but I just saw it yesterday. But I'm just making this. Joe's a good guy. I mean, I know Joe. Me and Joe talk all the time. But I'm just putting it out here for everybody else who's listening on this call to hear how we get down on the family cash machine. Okay, we all share different companies with each other. We put it on our chat rooms. We talk about them. We make decisions together. Some decisions, you know, I might not like this company or whatever. Joe might like it, but we talk about it. You know what I mean? Strategic Man, Show Me Stuff. Everybody, Winslow. We all share different opportunities, investment opportunities in this industry. We share it because I might see something he didn't see, and he'd be like, "Oh, you know what, Eric, you're right. This is kind of centralized. I don't want to do that," and save him from losing a lot of damn money. Or he might find something that we didn't see. And let's say Winslow finds something and he say, "Look, check this out, Eric." And I might be sitting on a couple $100,000. You don't know what I got. I have a couple $1 million somewhere to put into it. And I take 100,000 and go put into that. And boom, wow, does something amazing. Okay. Like the $700 that I spent for Ripple that turned into 200,000. Let's say that was 7,000. That would have turned into 2 million. And if somebody on the team would have bought that idea to me and I won from it, guess what? The family cash machine spirit would have did this. Damn, man, you gave me that idea. You showed me that company. You didn't have no money to do it, but I did it. I made 2 million. Look, man, I'm gonna look out for you. You're gonna 500,000. Nothing. We all won. Now, even if you gave him 50,000, that's better than nothing. I'm pretty generous when I give people stuff, especially somebody who put me in that position to make that money. That's how it's done on the family cash sheet. This is what we're creating, and that's why we have one of the most unique teams in the world, because we just don't share like that. You know, people are so selfish now. Everybody want to be the man, or everybody want to be the woman. Everybody want to be that one and look down on everybody else, and nobody wants to pull each other up. And that's what we're teaching on the family cash sheet. That's why we talk about generational wealth, because there's some of us on this team in the next year is going to be multimillionaires. And guess what? They're going to be in positions to help other people. And they're going to do that. But you got to reciprocate that when you get it. And that's why I said it's an exchange. It's an exchange. It's how the universe works. So if we create that on the family cash machine, which we have created, because I had one of our family cash machine members, I'm going to say his name, he sent me a video of him buying a Rolex off of the stuff he learned from family cash machine. But guess what? He also invested in the Fan Wealth Network. He did. He reciprocated. I got to give him his credit. You know, but I had to kind of grab him and say, "Look, man, you making money on this information. You're doing good. I'm happy for you. I'm not a jealous brother. But at the same time, why don't you help me help them? Help me to help our team so we all can eat." See that? And he did. He's one of the investors. But my point is, this is what we're creating here. This is what the family cash machine about. You guys want to know what the family cash machine about? That's what it's about. And it's very hard to develop that when you have people with tainted hearts. And some people, I mean, they can have 10 million and you sitting here with 100,000 and they be jealous of you, like, and they don't want to see you make nothing. They want to block you. You cannot block a person's blessings. You just can't. You can't block Antonio, whatever the creator has for Antonio. And I'm talking about Antonio on our team here. Whoever don't watching this video don't know, whoever is trying to block someone's blessings, you are wasting your damn time, because it takes more effort and it takes more energy to try to block than for you to try to figure out what else it is for you and what else it is in your destiny, what else is in store that God has for you. You so busy trying to block. Oh no, block that, block that, block that, block that from him, block that from him. This is how we think, man. And that's why the family cash machine is changing mindsets. We're changing people's mindsets to think differently. Like, you know what? I want to assist everybody on this team to be all they can be. How about that? Who's doing that? I want to help everybody to be all they can be. And I want to create a team of millionaires. Who's thinking like that? Everybody trying to block somebody else from having money, but they want to have all the money. What the hell is that? What kind of attitude is that? This is what I'm seeing. I'm not telling you guys nothing that I haven't experienced. I'm telling you guys what I've experienced with people in my circle. They're not in my circle no more, but I'm saying certain people that has been in my circle, I've witnessed over the years of being an adult and being a businessman, being an entrepreneur. I've witnessed certain people in our society who live their lives to block you. But they want to have money, and they got money. And I've seen people in better positions than me. I'm talking about with $10, $15 million worth of wealth, try to block me from making 100,000. Like, what the hell is that? And how much energy did that take you to do? You could have made your 10 million, 20 million. You're trying to block me. But this is a mindset, okay? This is the mindset that we are escaping in the family cash machine. We're coming into a unity. We're coming into a synergy. We're coming into a type of spirit where we each one teach one, help one, okay? That's what this is about, you know, because when you got that kind of environment where money ain't nothing, and we sitting here fighting over the table about who gonna pay, not in a negative way, like, oh, I ain't paying, but like this, no, I got it, man. No, I got it, man. No, man, put your money away. I got you, man. It's my turn. Oh, no, man, you know what? That's beautiful. And you don't see that much in the African-American community. I eat out a lot. And I see our people order every damn thing on the goddamn on menu, and then when the bill comes, they fight. And I'm like, man, I just see you guys order everything on the menu, and they're like, oh, I didn't buy that. I don't know, what's this over here? What's that? What's it? Wait, no, take this off. And they fighting and they arguing over everything in the bill, but you've been arguing everything on the menu. And then they fighting over who gonna pay. It's ridiculous. That's not how I go to when I go out and eat, if any one of you guys go out and eat with me, I got it. Yeah, because that's how I think. I think like that, and guess what? It continues to come to me. Money comes to me because I don't trip on it. I don't really trip on money like that. It's like, okay, I got it. Boom. Now, if I don't got it, I don't got it. But usually when I take someone out, if I call you, say, hey, let's go out. Let's go have a few drinks, Joe. Let's go out, man. Let's go have something to eat. Matter of fact, I had dinner with Joe. I had lunch with Joe, Ellis, Dave, and Tyra. You guys haven't met her. She was there, and she's on the family cash machine. And we all fought over who was going to pay the damn thing, not in a negative way, but we were like, no, I got it, man. No, I got it. Man, I got y'all. And we did the same thing at the hotel where Dave and Joe stayed at. We all was trying to pay the bill. That's the kind of environment I want to be in. I don't want to be in no broke man mindset mentality circle. I don't want to be around that mindset where, you know, oh, you better, you know, hell no, you got to separate his bill from me. I don't know, hell no. I don't do all that. Either I'm going to pay or you going to pay. I ain't doing all that other stuff. It's wasting my energy. Let's pay this. Let's move on. Let's tip this person a good tip, and let's keep it moving. That's the exchange in the universe that we teach on the family cash machine. We really teach spiritual energy. We don't just teach financial. We do teach financial. We teach money, but we also teach the environment of economics. And we teach the environment of spiritual economics because there's also a such thing as pulling what you want. And Dave Lyons said he just ordered the book Secret for his wife. And I want all you guys to read The Secret on the family cash machine so you can better understand, okay, how money is attracted. But I'm not going to stop there. After you guys read The Secret, I want you to go to Anthony T. Browder on YouTube and find out the secret of the secret and where they got the secret. Wow. Yeah, everybody on YouTube that's watching this video, I'm glad I said that. Get the book, The Secret, and then go to YouTube and pull up Anthony T. Browder, one of our great Black scholars, who's been to Egypt over 70 times and has found the latest excavation. He found one of the pharaohs that nobody found, and he's excavating it now. He has the permission of Egypt, and he's not a licensed archaeologist, but he's a learned brother, highly learned about Egyptology and about the spiritual meanings of hieroglyphs that they haven't taught you. So watch his video on the secret of the secret, okay? It's on YouTube now. You guys can do that. But I do want you to read the book, The Secret, so you can find out more about the right mental energy that we need to generate the kind of life that we want to generate as a group. If we can do this, oh my God, if the group starts generating this mental massive energy and all focusing on the same thing, wow, it'll happen overnight. And what is it that we're focusing on? Generational wealth. Generational wealth. I can do it easier with more people. Antonio can reach his destination faster with people helping him than he can by himself. Remember, Oprah Winfrey has a team. I had to tell my daughter this the other day because she has this strong mindset that I can do it by myself. And that's cool. And I'm glad she has that mindset because she got that from her daddy. But at the same time, I had to teach her, baby, you have to have people you can depend on. You have to have a team. You have to open up and allow people to help you because nobody can make it to their goal, their dreams by themselves. You have to have help. You have to have it. You can only get so far by yourself. And so this is why our team has been so successful, because there's things that Dave know about the functionality of this stuff that I didn't know. And I'm so glad that I met Dave Lyons because he made our team understand more thoroughly the computer functionality in the background, how this stuff works. We understood, okay, this is a coin, cryptocurrency, I can send my coin and receive my coin, but we didn't understand the machinations of the functionality undergirding how this stuff is really working in the background. Now we do. Okay, Strategic Man is more of a master of network marketing and matrices and stuff like that. Antonio has a lot of law behind him, understanding a lot of nationality and citizenships, the difference between a national and a citizen. He has different, understanding than everybody else on his team. Joe, of course, did some trading, I believe, and he's a dentist, and he has a different experience and a different understanding than most of us on this call because he is a doctor. So I'm saying we all adding to this pot of wealth, of knowledge, spirituality. We're all adding to this massive energy that we're moving in this direction towards generational wealth. And we have a technology with the capabilities of actually really making us a shitload of money. But what do you do with it? See? And that's where the information and knowledge comes in play. And that's where the teamwork comes into play. That's where the cooperative economics comes into play on the Family Capture Scene, because we are the nucleus. There's going to be layers of people coming around you guys because you are here early, you are in this industry early, and you do have a tremendous amount of understanding and expertise that, like I said, people that's in this industry that have been here longer than you don't have, because they just looking at the money, and they don't understand the social economics of this whole technology and how it's going to disrupt the social economics around the world. And it's going to be a while before they catch up with it. Like, I know you guys can see that now. Like, there's people right now I want to step to that I know got money that I want to talk to, but I'm like, oh my God, I gotta wrap their mind around this. It's like they're I don't know if they're gonna want to invest in something they just don't understand. It's gonna take me too long to get them here. That's why we created classes. So we just say, you know what, you take these classes, check this out, and matter of fact, if it's somebody I know that can contribute to us, I might just get them the classes free because they need to learn. We need to get them up to speed real quick because they got money and no information. And you need the money because the money is the motor. The motor, you can't go nowhere without a motor. So for me, money is just something to perpetuate me and get me in the direction of mobility where I need to go. Okay, but knowledge is the steering wheel. So I would hate to be driving a car and the damn steering wheel fall off. Could you imagine that? You're on the freeway and your steering wheel fall off? Not a good feeling there. So knowledge, information is our ability to steer and change directions and avoid disasters. Okay, maneuver around collisions and stuff like that. But the money is the motor. We definitely need a motor to go and do the things that we want to do. So with that, you guys, I'm pretty exhausted. I've been talking all day to different people about cryptocurrency. I talk this, I eat, drink, sleep, finance, and money. And I'm not a type of person to do anything for money. I have principles, I have standards. I just learn about money because I realize all the most successful people in the world, they know money. They've mastered money. And so to master money and understand money allows you to attract it. So this is what it's all about. You guys have a great weekend. Again, Bitcoin is over 8,000. I don't know if it's going to drop no time soon. I don't see it going under 7,000. Actually, it's going back up. It's catching back up the momentum. And anybody out there that's listening to this video, like this video, follow the Family Cash Machine. I opened up my email today, and sorry about that, you guys. I have been sending out emails, and there's like 10 people in my spam that want the book. So I just, before we started today, I sent out the ebook to like 10 different people, and I took them off the spam list. And it's probably because I sent that mail out from a autoresponder. When they returned it, it was reading the autoresponder. But some people, I do get their response. Most people, I get it. But I just noticed there was like 10 people in the autoresponder that went to my spam, and they requested the book. So you guys start putting that book out. It's free. Get people the book, because that's going to give them the understanding that this is the greatest exchange of wealth ever in the history of the world, and you're living in this unique time, and you have to take advantage of it. And you don't need to be a multimillionaire to do it. So it's just about being at the right place at the right time with the right information. So if you guys are watching this video, again, click the thumbs up so other people can find this video. If you think there's valuable information here, and if you guys think other people need to learn about this, click the like, subscribe to this channel, follow the Family Cash Machine. Right now, go to familycashmachine.net or .com, sign up as a free member, take those free classes, and then later on, we're going to have more classes coming out that will be even more valuable. They may not be free, but they're going to put you in a position that you can be in one of the greatest exchanges of wealth and start creating generational wealth. Also, when you read that ebook, at the last page is actually a link to the familycashmachine.net. And then sign up as a free member. Get in now. Start getting ahead of the game. Learn this knowledge before other people find out about the internet of money, because that's what this really is. And imagine you being informed early in 89 or 90 about the internet, and then when 94, when it started, you got in. Imagine where you'll be right now if you had the mindset of an investor. See, that's the other thing. The mindset has to be right. So that's what we do here on the Family Cash Machine. And I'm excited to be a part of this historical movement. And I don't take this lightly. I'm serious about it. I love it. I love the people that I meet. I love the industry's opportunity to give anybody, no matter where they're from, an opportunity to be successful. And you don't have to jump through no hoops and be approved by this person or that person or have certain degrees or qualifications. None of that. It is actually of equal opportunity for everyone to win. And I've never been a part of that, like nothing like that. Like everybody can win. And that's pretty much what we have right here. So join the Family Cash Machine. You won't regret it. In fact, you will catch the bug and be excited, and you'll start growing and learning in areas of your brain that you never thought. And you'll start learning things about money and governments that you never thought. And you'll start realizing that all your concepts and precepts about money was wrong. And you'll start realizing that you have to recondition your mind to be able to recreate yourself to extract this wealth that is now available, because you can't extract it with the mindset you got. It's just not going to happen, because they've trained you to think broke. They've trained you to think centralized. They've trained you to be a slave financially, and you don't even. And what's so dangerous about it is you don't even know you're a slave. You don't even know that you're trained until you start learning outside of the box. So with that, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. This is a Family Cash Machine, and I'm going to ask some questions from the Family Cash Machine members. And you guys out there not on this call, shame on you, because you're not privileged to some of the stuff we talk about after this call. And I'm going to end the recorded part of this, and then I'm going to extend and talk to my team, and we're going to share some valuable jewels that you guys are not privileged to yet. But go to the website, sign up for familycashmachine.net, like this link, click the thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and you guys can get a part of this team and start getting privileged information that we're not giving everybody that's not a part of our elite team, Family Cash Machine. So with that, you guys, I'm going to sign out. This is Eric Vaughn. Peace.